So we're all recording. We're all good to go.
Yes.
Nice.
Are we
Fellas,
really?
This is the 5th episode.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Of good old level select game.
And it was like 100 years since the last one. So.
Yeah, level.
It's been 2 months.
Level 5.
It's been long. Oh shit! It's a water level.
Yes, it is.
No.
It feels like we've lost a lot of lives to get here.
You know, people might be asking, you guys do Kettle of Fish, and then you do a second podcast, Level Select Games. Why? You haven't made any money on either. And the answer is we're deeply sick. We're unwell here at a Kettle of Fish. We're not doing good.
Cut out.
Upstairs. That's why. So this is our second podcast. We'll probably do 7 to 9 more, I would say.
I mean, honestly, that's true, though, because I've legit thought about going, hey, Tyler, you want to do a working out, like gym-focused sort of kind of podcast? Which I know what the answer for that will be.
We've got the
I want to do
etymology.
a podcast where we talk about podcasts on our podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, with Paul, we've got the etymology of slurs. We've got that one he's working on.
Yay!
Really, the holdup is him learning what etymology means. That's the snag on that one. But
It's about bugs, yeah?
yeah, so
Nice. Well, in this episode of Level Select Games, we have a selection that Tyler made an eon
14
ago.
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Monster Sanctuary from, was it Moirai Games, the developer?
Oh, dude, I don't
Yes.
remember jack shit about what was this
PC,
game again?
Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. Do what?
Was it Monster Sanctuary?
Yes.
Okay.
It's on all those.
I hope I remember.
You don't remember anything about this game? Tyler said he had to watch videos to kind of jog the memory.
Well,
I
I haven't played much of it. I've only played like 3 hours of it, but I thought it was really, really
it was
good.
your game.
Yeah. Well, it rocks though. It plays super well on Switch. It's like it's meant for the Switch kind of. It kind of
no
feels
doubt.
that
It
way.
is. I 100%ed the game.
Yeah, you did.
I did all the exploration, called all the monsters, aside from like the last 2 boss monsters, which were just insane to get 5 stars on. But yeah, I did everything that game had to offer.
Paul, what do you think before we get into anything else? The main critique of this game is it's too hard. What do you say to that?
That's the main critique of that game?
Yes. Difficulty.
No.
Yes.
Then they've never played other games.
Okay. Hey, nice.
It is not
Like-
too hard.
It's not now. If you want a hard like monster taming game, go play like fucking Tim. That shit's designed to
Yeah.
just drive you insane. There was another one that was super hard, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, Tim was like, I couldn't beat the final boss of Tim like at all. And the final boss of Monster Sanctuary was cake, like the final story boss. So yeah,
Well, Monster Sanctuary has gotten pretty good reviews. It's pretty much 8s and 9s across the board. OpenCritic has it at a 81.
Limited
That's
run
cute.
to
So-
the collector's edition of it. Oh,
Yeah.
what
That
comes
was
with the
actually just
collection?
brilliant.
that's sick.
I don't want to clicky clack on my keyboard because Robert will yell at me, so I can't look it up.
You get
That's okay. I'll just go back and, edit it out like Tyler.
Fine, I'll be clickety clackety all my goddamn.
Tyler messaged me and he was like, Rob, I'm going to roast you right now.
I was like, dude, there are 4 separate audio files that get sent to you. I know that when you take this audio file and you look at it, I know you can see the fucking, I don't know what they're called, wavelengths or whatever, of volume spikes. I know you can see that because you can see it when you're fucking recording on Audacity. There is no way you can't look at that big ass audio file and see the normal levels of Frank's volume and then the fucking 600% spike from his Alien 3 dog hybrid fucking trying to get out of a steel door. There's no way you can't see that.
That's really funny.
And fucking mute it. I don't believe you. And he's like, well, it's all, I'm gay. So I was like, all right, whatever.
So the collector's edition comes with a journal art book that details all of the monsters in the game.
Yeah.
It also comes with a
pretty-
slime fleshlight, single use, it says. I don't know how I feel about it being single use. I guess it must be really awesome.
That's terrible.
Oh God.
I assume it's similar to if you used cream cheese. You probably don't want to use that cream cheese again.
Yeah, that actually turned my stomach a little bit, for real.
Like what?
Remember when this was a podcast about video games?
Yes. So the gameplay. Yeah. Monster Sanctuary.
Anybody that was interested in Monster Sanctuary has already turned the podcast off and went, okay.
They were like, what? Monster Sanctuary this episode? Fuck you guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Oh man.
God.
The brief description that we have on levelselectgames.com is that you strategically order your attacks for maximum efficiency, stacking your attacks to deal with devastating combos. How, Paul, since you 100%ed it,
Yes.
how did you feel the gameplay was with stacking the attacks? How devastating were they?
Should I be honest?
Yes,
Of course.
that's
I
kind of the point.
googled a cheese team because I was trying to burn through the game because I didn't know when we were going to record this episode. So I was like, I want to see everything
Right.
this game has to offer, and I don't want anything holding me back at any given point. So I didn't have the time to really sit down and hyper analyze what combos would work best with what and how things would stack correctly and how you could get the most out of everything. So I just looked up like, what's a good boss killing team for for Monster Sanctuary?
Oh, you didn't build
And
one
it-
your own. You looked it up.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you cheesed it.
But
Yeah, no wonder
But
you didn't have
once-
any difficulty. It's really not that hard when you pick the absolute best team you could ever make out of 1,000
and it was like
combinations.
the little tiny fucking abominable snowman, the snake, and I don't even remember the third one, but I basically never had to use any other monsters the entire
Yeah,
game.
you cheesed it.
But I mean, once I started got super late in the game and then I beat it and I was like playing around and trying to just fight the bosses on my own to get the 5-star ratings, that team wasn't successful enough to get me the 5-star ratings. So I did start playing around with some stuff. It is very particular in what kind of skills you pick for your like if you pick the wrong skills, you've already fucked up. Like you've got to really read into that stuff and play around with it. Because you can waste a lot of skill points and it goes into unnecessary bullshit and then it's not helpful at all and then you get fucking wiped like it's nothing.
Gotcha.
And I think
Frank.
that might be where some people see difficulty is like it's easy to just get fucking mowed down fast if you
Yeah.
fuck up.
I gotcha. Frank, what did you like about the game?
Well, definitely the customizability of the skill trees. You really could maximize your team's ability to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, like dotting the enemy with some combo attacks was really sick. I started out with the I think it was the frog, right? The one that could poison.
That was the
And
one
then
I went with as
I
well.
ended up building up some killer combos around that, and oh my god, dude, nothing stood a chance. And
You felt powerful.
it was awesome. It was so much fun. And then I got about halfway through the game, and I started losing interest for a bit there, and then it actually got really hard when you started having to fight that one dude in that what was it, the Sky Temple thing? You had to. You had to raise up the tower. Paul would know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And-
the guy at the Sun Palace,
Yeah, and you end up having to do the duel, and you have to fight the monsters continuously. That's where it got kind
Ooh.
of challenging, and it got to be really tough at that point. So yeah, I could see the difficulty coming in there because it gets a little bit harder to strategize because you can't really plan for that because they kind of randomize it on you a little bit there. But oh man, it gets pretty deep.
Yeah, the tamer duels or whatever were probably the hardest fights of the whole game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
just how they could stack their combos and everything was just fucking built different.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. But overall, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I thought it was a unique take on the monster taming genre, and I like the Metroidvania style that they added to it too. That was really cool. Because when you got certain monsters, you could use them to explore new areas of the map. They had different abilities.
Very sick.
So that was pretty cool. Really, really enjoyed that.
Cool. Tyler, I feel like I know why you chose this game, but why did you choose this game?
Because I like Pokemon.
So this is actually a fairly interesting backstory. When one of my super close buddies, Zach, lived near me, something that we would do is if we were bored and we had a little bit of free cash, we would go into GameStop, and each one of us would just pick a random game, and we didn't have any say. It was like the precursor to level select. There was no say in it. He was like, all right, we're getting this one. And I go, okay, we're getting this one. And like both of us would get a copy of that game. And
yeah, I remember that.
This was back in 2017, but he picked Yokai Watch. And that's what got me into that. That's my absolute favorite series. That's what got me into that. And then so recently, like 4 months ago or whatever, he was like, dude, you gotta check out fucking Monster Sanctuary, dude. It's really, really good. It's a monster catching game. I was like, I trust you, because of fucking Yokai Watch. And he was like, it's like $249 or whatever. And so I picked it up, I started playing it, and I was like, oh dude, fuck yeah. I mean, I didn't even play it that much, but I probably will now.
Nice.
Yeah.
What animal did everybody pick at the beginning, by the way? I know Frank
We should
said
explain
frog.
that. I wanted to explain that.
Yeah, we could.
So
Go ahead.
as opposed to having a starter in Pokemon that you choose from 3, it's what is it, 4? Is there 4 of them?
There's 4. Yeah, there's 4 spiritual animals. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are like your champion, your spirit guide. And there's like a toad, an eagle, a wolf, and what's the other one?
A lion.
Yeah, lion.
Yeah, lion.
So they have different elements, different play styles. Like the frog's kind of tanky, and so yeah, and they
Basically,
have their own
Hogwarts did Pokemon.
super deep skill trees, and you can build teams around them and shit. So me and Frank went with the toad, probably because we're Naruto fans, and those like sage frogs are fucking so cool. I knew Paul would go with the wolf, 100%.
Yeah, man. So fun story about that. I ended up finding out that some of the ice characters and attacks and stuff like that have such a weird, like, overpowered combo system that as long as like an enemy is affected by the frozen status, it will keep letting you attack them over and over and over. Like you can stack how many ice attacks get thrown at somebody, and it can wipe a whole team super.
Oh, that's killer.
So the Ice Wolf was really, really fun. I remember when I first started playing it, like way back, I tried to do a lion first, and I hated the lion, so I switched to the wolf.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. I actually chose wolf as well. So
Wait, really? Nobody chose the fucking lion or the eagle?
I wanted to try the eagle, but I didn't. I don't know. I might do it on the second playthrough. But
Yeah, I was gonna say I might restart and start with eagle
because how the story goes, like you can never get those other spirit animals because they're tied to other houses, like other bloodlines. So it's like you'll never be able to use them in whatever playthrough you're doing. It's not like Pokemon where it's like, trade me your Squirtle. You know, you're not. It's not going to happen. So, I thought that was kind of neat because it makes it feel unique to you. You're not going to see somebody else with your wolf, and you're not going to see. You're not going to have multiple of the starter spirit animals on your team. So I thought that was cool.
did you have a favorite monster? Like one that you saw, you're like, oh, that's a cool design. That's a cool ability. That's a cool attack, whatever.
You know, I don't remember, so I'm looking up the list. If anybody has one off the top of their head and would like to go before me, please do, because there's like 200 of these fucking things.
There are a lot. It's almost like a fan of Pokemon chose this
But
game.
they're not easy to remember like Pokemon because they don't have like
No,
not
they're
all
not.
of them have unique names. One of them's name is Goblin Brute, Goblin Warlock, Goblin King. Like, come on.
Wait, so just to clarify, nobody went with the lion or the eagle?
No,
I don't
guess
think
not.
so.
I almost did
I'll
Eagle,
go with
but I
lion
went with
then.
Wolf instead.
Let's see, favorites that I had. I'm looking.
It's not really a monster, but I became partial to Cat Zerker. So
Yeah, I think
He's a
Katzerker
monster. He's
was.
one of the monsters. What are you talking about?
I guess he was. I don't know.
are you
I just remember him being on my team. I don't remember fighting
Yeah.
him. I just remember him on my team.
Oh, Magma Moth is fucking super cool.
So I do remember one of my favorites was Psycho Phantom, which was a like one of the few psychic type monsters, and it was an elephant, like a fighting
I see him.
Indian themed elephant, and he could turn you invisible with his ability. So I used him a lot to just pass through a lot of enemies when I was speed running areas to go back and find like hidden shit that I couldn't get to the first time around.
Nice.
He was one of
Lava
my
Blob.
favorites.
Some of these are very silly, which I like.
Oh yeah,
Salahammer.
Yeah.
Salahammer was dope.
I did like the magma pillar. I renamed it to the caterpillar because it looked like a cat. But
Nice.
yeah, I like that it changed into
I gotta
the
find
magma
my-
moth.
I gotta find my Switch because I nicknamed every single one of these monsters.
Oh, you
One
did
of them
play it
was
on
named-
Switch. I was wondering where you played it on.
The Minotaur was pretty tanky too. I like the Minotaur. He was pretty sick.
You could evolve Minotaur.
Yep.
I don't remember his evolution. I think it was just regular Minotaur or Megator.
Yeah, I
Was-
didn't really get that far to use Megator though.
So, and I like that not every monster evolved, and a lot of them would only evolve if given a certain item. Like, I'm pretty sure almost all of them that did evolved based on, like, what you gave them.
Yeah. I mean, that. Oh, who
There
did I
was,
did?
like, the little dragon, Draconov. He had, like, 3 different evolutions. Like, he turned into a fire dragon, ice dragon. I think there was a water dragon and a
Yeah.
dark dragon. And 2 of them were like final bosses any fucking way. There was just a lot of cool shit. And then they had the DLC shit attached to it as well. So
Which is free,
Like,
by the way.
it-
Very good.
it was free. And it had a bunch of dinosaurs, and I was all about that because I love the dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. But I know it added an evolution for the dragon and added an evolution for Fungi, the little mushroom.
Yeah, the mushroom guy.
Yep, he becomes Fungus. I'm pretty
a
sure it's
little on the
fungi,
nose.
but
I mean, you gotta name. Yeah, I mean, fungi is better for a name. I guess.
I do remember the first blob I named him Blobbert. And
Very nice.
no, that was the one I do remember. It's Blobbert.
I'm gonna name mine like I'm gonna restart and I'll pick the lion and I'll name it horse or something.
Y'all pick y'all's favorite. I gotta go find my Switch because this is gonna bother me now.
Favorite monster? I mean, I already said like Cat Zerker or the what was the bird that shows up
Vero.
pretty early on? Yeah, Vero.
Vero.
I didn't play enough. I don't fucking know, dude. I love the toad.
I didn't get super far into it because honestly, I fell off this game real quick, like super quick. I loved how it looked. I loved the aesthetics to it, like the gameplay. I liked the music, but for whatever reason, it just
Didn't hold you.
did not at all.
There wasn't
hold
enough
my attention.
fucking corny, over the top mobsters that sounded like they worked at Carrabba's for Rob.
You're never gonna let me live that down.
It's Johnny Longnuts. We gotta get his mom her spaghetti sauce. Robert's fucking. This is the best game I've ever played.
But yeah, I don't know. For me, because it's got that Metroidvania type feel to it. with the whole map and going back and forth. I'm not a fan of.
You're the only person on the planet that doesn't like Metroidvanias.
True. Base.
That's not true at all.
I feel like that term exists for a reason, though, Robert. Like,
What?
if it wasn't
Right,
popular,
because they're they're extremely popular. And I mean, I totally get it. And I'm not saying that I don't like any of them. It's just there's just something about like coming to a place and going like, oh, there's the thing that I need to get, and there is absolutely no possible way for me to get that thing. I have to play like another hour and a half or whatever, and then remember to come back
That's
to
bad?
this point. I just don't like it. It's because
he has to remember.
Exactly. No,
Isn't it marked on the map as well?
it's like
In Monster Sanctuary,
it's like an
you could
area
make
that you
your own
haven't
marks.
uncovered yet.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, I mean, that's at least something. But I just want mindless. Just I don't have to strategize. I don't have to think.
You
I
play
don't have
City
to just-
Skyline. What do you mean mindless?
That's not really.
You
Dude,
literally
you
have to
seen my-
figure out how
Dude, I
traffic
should-
goes correctly.
Yeah.
I should
what?
show you my city. It's just like it's not original at all. It doesn't look.
And you
No,
play fucking
natural. It's
Pentagon
just-
Coding
don't-
Simulator.
Don't listen
That's
to him.
true.
He made me stream my city Skyline because I was bitching about traffic, and he gave me like
true.
a lecture on how to fucking strategically lay down my highways
because
and
it
roads.
made sense. It applies to real life.
Okay. Basically, the TLDR is Robert's specific brand of autism did not sync up with this game. It's more suited for fucking 96,000 things on your screen at once.
I
well-
like management. I like management stuff. I like systems. I like
So you can in this game,
But you
If
manage
you come to a wall-
monsters.
yeah, you can manage monsters. If you come to a wall that you can't open or access, or an area you can't get to in Monster Sanctuary, it will let you put down custom little emblems in that area to remind you to go back and check it. And you can even label them. Like, so you can type out, like, oh, I needed whatever ability for this.
That's
kinda
really
dope.
cool.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that at all.
I
Robert's just
really
mad.
liked that because I would forget where shit was quite often.
Yeah.
And then it also tells you how much percentage of that area specifically you've explored. If like you zoom in on the map and everything. So
I'll give you a good example as well of like how stupid my brain is sometimes.
very.
Mass Effect. Okay. I love Mass Effect, but I played it like a first person shooter. Like the first one and the second, most of the second one.
It's a third
Like
person
I never
shooter. How'd
used
you do
any
that?
of the special abilities.
Oh. That's
None of
I
them.
mean,
never played that
you know
game.
there are first person shooters with special abilities, yeah?
Yeah, no.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
But for
He skipped
whatever
that
reason, I just like
I
I'm
skipped the
that
part
person.
where I could fucking supercharge my shots or use the force. But
Yeah.
Skipping all
Yeah,
the
pretty
dialogue,
much.
just shooting.
yeah, just
pretty
it's like I don't care about this relationship. Why am I kissing this man now? Just get me back to the shooting.
much.
No,
For
not
the
that
record-
kind.
Not Freddie Prinze Jr. Fuck.
For the record, I did punch the news reporter. But anyways,
Yeah. Everybody punched the news reporter, Robert.
yeah,
It's the patriotic thing to do.
yes.
Anyway, back to Monster Sanctuary. How far did everyone get? I know Tyler said he didn't get very far.
Let me go and look at my.
Yeah, I think I like beat the
Oh,
first
save file.
champion.
So you beat like the Steamboat
Yeah,
Willie
yeah,
guy.
And I went, wow, this is fun. And I set it down.
Frank, how far did you get?
Past the Sun Palace, and that's about where I fell off.
Oh, okay.
I don't even want to say.
Robert
13
fucking
minutes.
got through the
We have a
first
time
little
minimum
grass
on
slit.
these, goddammit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. My bad. Well,
Yeah,
everything kind
Robert.
of fell apart, and I lost interest, and I
eventually
didn't think we
will
were going to be
eventually
doing this
be.
again, and all that shit. So there's that. But I got almost 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's not that bad.
I mean,
I
he
got
probably
5
got
of 41
to the
achievement.
first boss and was like, nope.
I
wanna
guarantee you
do
the
that.
majority of that time was the kind of wandering around going like, where do I go next?
So, I think my favorite thing about the game, just overall though, is most monster catching, taming games, whatever you want to call them, are all very similar. They're turn-based. They have a similar built world. You throw a triangle and catch a monster.
Right.
The fact that this one was a Metroidvania and it really tried to take one concept and meld it together with another concept that was so wildly different from other monster taming games, I really, really enjoyed that because I get sick of playing the same thing. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm playing Pokemon every single time I pick up a monster taming game. Which, by the way, Moirai Games are doing it again. They're doing monster taming in another genre. The game's called Aethermancer. It got announced recently. It's going to be monster taming meets roguelike. So I'm kind of intrigued on how that's going to play out.
I'd give it a try at least.
Yeah.
It was a good game. I could recognize the quality in the game.
Well, instead of like side-scrolling Metroidvania style, this one's going to be
Right.
like top-down isometric.
Right.
I'm not exactly certain how the roguelike elements are going to be employed, but it's got very...
It's just going to be like, well,
similar
when you
style.
die, you're dead.
Yeah, what do your
Congratulations,
monsters die?
start
Do you
over.
lose your monsters? How's combat going to, work?
Yeah.
Like I feel like from what I've seen art-wise, they've really stepped it up from Monster Sanctuary. So I'd really like to see how they are doing combat in this next one as well. Like, because the combat was very strategically thought out, like with combo systems and everything, like Frank was talking about. So I'm excited to see what they do next.
This is related. I don't think you guys will believe me when I say this, but I am extremely excited for a new gacha game coming out called Azure Promelia. I'll link it in Discord, but it looks like
Is a gacha game technically a monster? It's a human taming game.
so it's like you pull units, and it's definitely like it must have been in development at the same time as Pal World because
fuck
it's
is
got
that?
that like base building. They help you farm. They help you camp shit that Pal World had. But like you can fly around open world, like up, down, crazy height. The units look incredible.
It's Genshin Impact.
Yes, yeah. It's
Yeah,
basically
it's
a fusion of
100%.
Genshin and Pal World. And I'm like, dude, this
Well,
actually.
Pal World, you can do that too, though. Like you get a glider and everything,
gotcha.
and fly around an open world. I love these creature designs. I just pulled up the page. Like this deer, the wheel deer.
Yeah,
like
dude.
this looks
I watched like a
fucking
15-minute gameplay trailer of it, and I was like, I want to play this shit right now.
Got some mechs
Yeah,
in here.
that does look really good. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that one. But I mean, if we're talking,
Okay.
dude, like this year is going to be a big year. Like if you like Monster Sanctuary and you like monster taming games, there are so many good-looking ones coming out. Lumen Tale is one. Like I said, Aethermancer. If you like Monster Sanctuary, it's same vein. I'm actually going to link all these in the Discord too, so you guys can see this. Nexomon 3 is moving away from the top-down Pokemon style to move into like an open world, like full 3D models and everything. I don't know if you guys have looked at any of the Nexomon games before, so
It's been a very long time, I feel like.
yeah. There was another one I'm trying to remember, but it was here it is, Beastie Ball. It is a monster taming game, but also volleyball. So it's grid-based combat, quote-unquote combat, but it's volleyball, and you catch different monsters that have different abilities to make them better at playing volleyball.
I swear to God, dude, that sounds like a Paul ass. I was just up late one night and decided to scroll down IGN's long list of games that are coming out.
Look, man,
It's like, what is this?
I'm just trying to.
That boss looks dope.
All right, I
To
think it's
fucking-
time. I think it's
Okay.
time, Robert, that you announce it. I just want to preface this by saying, I know this is a game that Robert likes,
Mhm.
and I know that it's one that Paul has probably already played Frank
So
is not
I'm-
much of a complainer, so I'm ready to get fucking tortured.
Wait, what is it? Robert? It's Robert's game next.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
were
it's
we
my
going to do a
game.
wrap up for Monster Sanctuary, like a rating and everything?
Oh, should we?
Yeah. We normally do
4 buckets of popcorn.
four out of how many?
It's
Paul,
usually
you ready?
5 fishes, right?
Yeah, it's usually 5.
So
fishes.
4 buckets of popcorn out of 5
I-
fishes.
From what I played, 4 out of 5. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how evolution works. I don't know how the difficulty scale ends up being.
I mean, evolution works, like I said, with items. Like you find certain items and they power up your monster. But sometimes it's not a good idea to evolve them either. It goes really heavy into that because evolving them could mess up the skills that they already have. It could create a whole new line of skill trees for them and really fuck up your combo system depending on what you were used to before.
Yeah, you could play it like I did and not worry about the deep game mechanics.
You could play it for 2 hours and never get that far.
Exactly.
But you could also have multiple monsters too, so you could have several of the same
Yeah.
kind.
Yes, you could. You could
Yeah.
be that guy. That
Monster
Look at that.
Slaver.
yeah, Monster Slave. That's a different game.
Is
Made
it
by
though?
Germany. Yes.
Oh, that's terrible. Frank, what would you give it?
I'll give it 3 fish and a fish head.
3 fish and a fish head. Okay.
3.5.
3.5.
Okay. All right. That's honestly
Does a fish
That's-
head count
no.
as a half or a third?
A half.
What kind of fish are we talking about? Though I guess that really.
Ahi tuna.
That's a half. That's a half. Paul, where are you at?
Sunfish, all head. Just
Where are you at, Paul?
I'm trying to not give a biased answer because
How can you be
I
biased?
love
It wasn't your game, so.
I know, but I love Metroidvanias, and I feel like that love for those style games really affects my decision
Yeah,
making.
that's fine. It's based
It's,
on your
it's your
personal
rating, so
Yeah.
But I'm trying to also break it down, like what was good, what was bad, because there are pros and cons to everything. I know Robert was talking about the music earlier. Like I nothing memorable.
well, it's not
And
cassette
it de-
beasts.
Yeah, it wasn't a fucking war crime on my ears.
It's very true.
Yeah. God.
I feel like it has the potential to be so much more. and it's-
option to turn the
Yeah.
No, the
Yeah,
fuck I
exactly.
didn't. Thanks for telling me after I
So
uninstalled it.
I'd say like 4.5 out of 5.
Nice.
Definitely. It has the potential to be so much more with like their sequel game and everything, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do next for sure.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
But I also really like the lore. By the way, the lore was really cool.
I'm gonna be as honest as I possibly can and do a 3 out of 5 because I recognize how it is a good game. There are things I liked about it. I actually did like it. I just couldn't stay in it. So I can
Because you have
appreciate
the
that.
attention span of a rodent.
I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah, it was a decent time. I'm not upset that I spent 2.5 hours playing it.
Okay.
If you like Monster Entertainment games, you like Metroidvanias, go check it out. If you don't
Yeah.
like either of those things, go play City Skylines like Robert.
Yeah.
So
Or
I will point
Supermarket
out,
Simulator.
I will point out, I am not big into Monster Taming games, and I put almost 16 hours into this game.
Fuck yeah.
It really got a hold. It got
pretty
a
awesome.
hold of Frank.
I tore that game up, so that should say something.
The
And,
combat was really
it's
good.
good.
It wasn't as simple as Pokemon. It was definitely a step up, but it was a step up in like a fun way that like most people can kind of do some strategic shit in it. I feel like.
Yeah, I like that you could have more
Yeah.
than 4 attacks. That was a positive for sure.
Oh yeah.
it kind of harkened back to that turn-based RPG that makes you think. It really makes you plot out your course and try to really strategize on how you want to build your team. So,
It's very Final Fantasy-ish shit.
but like old school Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
it's a really good
That's cool.
game. Good pick.
Cool beans, bro.
So, I actually ended up juggling between 3 different games.
Oh lord.
I made a selection because I was like, you know what? I have a feeling Tyler might actually like this game. And then we almost didn't do anything ever again. And so I changed directions, assuming we recorded.
Tyler
And
select
then,
games.
yeah.
Go ahead, give it to me.
And so then when everybody came back to the fold, or back into the fold, I looked up the original game that I selected, and it is now above the price that we set. So I had to pull an audible because I had one in my back pocket. But I still feel pretty good about this game.
Here it comes, fucking
Oh,
TI
Lord.
80 Texas fucking calculator simulator.
Texas Instruments.
Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventures.
No,
I would play
it's,
that.
it's actually a puzzle game, a puzzle like adventure game.
Well, I'm a big retard, so we'll see how that goes.
If I can do okay in it, you can
If the
definitely
first
do
word
okay
out
in
of your
it.
mouth is puzzle, we're already off to a bad start.
Pulling up the store now.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I should pull
But
it
it's Escape Academy.
God.
up. Wait.
Paul, have you played Escape Academy?
I don't fucking know. Maybe.
Well, I figured you would because you play literally everything.
I
Oh,
don't
no, I
play
have not
literally
played this.
everything.
Okay,
That is a
okay.
gross oversimplification of
Oh
what
yeah,
I do.
Paul. Let's put it to the test. That when Robert said Escape Academy, my brain immediately went to a game. It was on the PS Vita. You played as a little. There were 2 characters. There was a big character and a little character. They looked like twins. They were like black with white faces. It was like a puzzle game. You controlled both of them.
Is it
Pathologic.
Huh?
Is it? You're not thinking of Pathologic, are you?
No.
No.
the fact that he didn't immediately rattle it off though is
he kind of got
impressive.
me on that one.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I. What's bad is after you
Escape
describe
plan.
the characters.
Escape plan.
Yeah. See, I recognize it from
Oh, yeah, that
working
was-
at
that
GameStop,
was
but
one
I
of the
never
launch
played it.
titles, wasn't it, for Vita?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Probably.
that.
I only bought the Vita to play Gravity Rush and Gravity Rush.
I got it
Escape
mostly to
plan is pretty
play.
good,
Fucking Tyler, what was that game that you and I no
Soul
life and I
Sacrifice.
platinum? No,
Was God, fucking
Sound Shapes.
Yeah.
Dude, that game
Yeah,
rocked.
see, I didn't play any of that stuff on
That
Vita.
game
I
was
know,
fucking
I know.
awesome.
Robert played MLB The Show on the Vita, and he
Hell
annoyed the
yeah.
shit out of me about that.
I played at the store.
Yeah, I know. And like, I played Gravity Rush, and I got the platinum for Lego Marvel Superhero on the Vita. And then that was what the fuck keeps falling off my desk. God damn it!
Trained to become the ultimate escapist, solve puzzles, hack servers, meet the faculty, brew the perfect cup of
Robert,
tea.
I don't know, man. Escape Academy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
co-op.
It is co-op.
It is co-op.
So we can all
All
just
right.
knock this out
Alright.
together in one day, right?
How many players we got?
Yeah, is it
think
going to
it
go on
actually might be
sale
2.
anytime soon?
It's on Game Pass.
Oh, it is. Okay, I'll get it. Okay.
Yes.
Where do you see the?
That's
fucking-
actually the reason why I played it, because I was like, yeah, it's on Game Pass, it's whatever. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, well, all right then.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, I just spent $70 on Rise of the Ronin. And I
What
really
made you
shouldn't
pick
buy
this
another
fucking game, Robert?
So, it was just a random, like, I was bored. It looked semi.
Okay, so video games
Like-
don't mean anything to you. Got it. Okay. The whole point.
No. I'm telling you why I originally
Oh,
downloaded it and played it. Is I was bored. I was like just cruising around Game Pass. I was like, you know what? I'm paying for the service. Part of the reason why is so I would try games that I would not normally play. And I was like, you know what? A puzzle game? Sure. Let's do this. Escape Academy is kind of like an escape room kind of type feel. Like, sure. Okay, cool. Let me do that. And I was like, oh, I'm actually enjoying this. Like it's just nice. It's a simple, like, little bite-sized type game.
Let me ask you a couple
Like,
questions. Is it? Would you consider it to be a video game that like kind of stuck with you?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, it's been like 6 to 8 months or so since I've played it, and
Okay.
I still
All right.
was like, yeah.
So All right, is anybody looking at it on Steam? By chance?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking at it.
So the 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit! There's like six shots in. You're looking at a looks like an office with a TV on the right side with a face on it, or left side, excuse me. And it's got like a picture of a dirigible with an X on it on the wall on the far side.
Yes.
TV.
Okay.
Tell me that doesn't look like Dr. Claw's office from Inspector Gadget,
Where's the cat?
Gadget.
right? I don't see it.
But I also wouldn't even get the reference, so.
God.
I'm down with it. But yes, so Escape Academy. It's not what you would think to be a Robert game, but I guess you still might not like it. I guess.
Robert, I don't expect anything out of you anymore.
Yeah.
I expect very little. The pond is not that deep, my friend.
God.
Ponds typically aren't deep to begin with. That's pretty sad, Paul.
Yeah, that's why they're ponds.
I don't know. The one at my grandparents' house is pretty deep.
It's actually a lake. But okay.
But that's
All right.
irrelevant. I'm just saying. It's not a lake. What? It's very big difference. Look up the definition of lake.
Paul, are we playing this fucking interesting selection together? I'm trying to be nice.
This very captivating selection from our good friend Robert, who only makes good choices in life. Of course, maybe.
Hey, my life choices.
20 doll hairs.
I know, right?
I don't have Game Pass, so don't say it.
Do you
I
have
wasn't
access
going
to?
to.
Dude,
probably just steal
seriously,
it.
just do. It's on PC Game Pass. Just do like a month of that. It's like $10. There you go.
Let's hold
Problem
on. Let me
solved.
check something. CD.
Why are you hitting up
keys.
everybody when they're poor, Robert?
True.
You want me to look up my my shadow app, my shadow marketplace? Let's see.
Lord.
So how many people can do the online co-op? Is it just 2 people?
Apparently, the game's only 5 hours long. By the way,
Yeah, I said bite size.
bite size, but it's like 64 gigabytes.
Normal.
There is also DLC.
Oh no, it's
60.
8 gigabytes. Sorry, I misread.
Steam key $14.99. That kind of sucks. I can't just steal this. Oh my dude! Oh, I guess I should say I got Courtney like all of the DLC for City Skylines and Sims 4, so it was like $1,200 worth of shit for free. I just hacked it,
Nice.
and she has both the games legitimately through Steam, and I just downloaded like an unlocker and shit, and I got all of it for her. It was literally like over $1,100 worth of shit.
Confessing
Fucking
to
awesome.
crimes.
Not against EA. The fucking Gestapo
didn't
of the
do
gaming
City
industry.
Skylines,
Fuck
by the
them.
Yep.
That's Sims, but not City Skylines.
City Skylines
man.
is not EA. It literally
No.
is.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
Rolling.
It's Colossal Order, I think is the name of the.
I thought it was like Chameleon or some shit.
Close enough.
I can't
Paradox.
spell sky. Are we still recording the
Yeah,
pod?
we're still
What are we
recording.
doing?
We are.
Yeah.
We should totally sign
Yeah.
off then.
I mean, it's
We're
part.
trying to
They're
wrap
linked
this up, I
they're
think.
linked with EA somehow. I'm just letting you know.
Paradox.
I mean,
it was Paradox.
Paradox,
is the
yeah.
company.
All
I
right.
like how we all got fucking distracted
Yeah.
for fucking 5
Yeah.
minutes.
You guys are gonna fuck around enough with my selections that I am gonna hit you with some City Skylines.
Did you guys?
If you fucking throw City Skylines in,
I won't, dude. I won't.
You
I
will-
can't.
you will be banned.
Or better yet, it'll be
From
like it will
choosing.
be.
I
I
actually thought about throwing one at you guys called High Rise City, and
nice.
no, I'm not going to do that to you because it is hard.
Ah.
So
Robert, I did see Cartel Tycoon come
Yep.
out.
Yes,
You gonna
sir.
get that?
That is on my my list as well. It's not great.
I found one that was really funny, and I thought about putting it in there just because of how hysterically funny it was. But I'm gonna keep that one in my back pocket just in case.
So who's
In
next
case
on
you're
the
wondering,
rotation?
Cartel Tycoon
it would be
is
me.
a like shitty version of Tropico.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Paul, you're next.
I think Paul's next.
Yeah.
Yep, Paul's next.
Oh, I forgot. Going back to Monster Sanctuary, I forgot that you could change the monsters like elements too. Like you could do light
that's
and
right.
dark
Yeah.
versions of them.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
how I feel
completely
about
forgot
that.
about that. I just looked up the fucking like I pulled up the game to look at my my nicknames, and I can tell at some point I just started mashing stuff on the keyboard. I just stopped giving a shit. After like 110, you're just like, bleh.
Yeah. Well, all right. We should do
Yeah.
a kettle here soon.
Yep. We should.
But until then,
We should.
everyone, thank you for listening to Level Select Games. You can follow along with us at levelselectgames.com, a kettleofishpodcast.com, and on your favorite podcasting listening apps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything else?
Monster Sanctuary. Check it out. It is actually really good.
Yeah,
It
check
is.
it out for sure. If you like that kind of
We
stuff.
kind of bagged it a little bit. Some
Yeah, I
of us
might
did,
do a
but
second playthrough.
It was good.
And
Choose
not
the
cheat
eagle.
it. Yeah,
I
and
think I'm
choose the
gonna try
eagle.
lion.
All right. That was fun. Peace.
Game over.